Namaste, all my dear students. Myself, Dr. Hemant Vyas, Associate Professor, HOD, Department of Surgery, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. In today's session, we are going to discuss about homeopathic therapeutics of diseases of nose and diseases of paranasal sinuses. So let's begin. So we are beginning from the topic about homeopathic medicines for sinusitis. So, as we have discussed in our previous lectures, sinusitis is a very troublesome disease and it causes acute severe pain in the facial bone, which is corresponding to the area to the sinus which is affected. It may be maxillary sinusitis, in which the pain is found in the cheekbones, and if it is in frontal sinus, then the pain is found in the or above the eyebrows, and the pain of ethmoidal sinusitis is found in the inner angle of the eyes, in between eyes and the nose. So let today we are going to discuss about the medicines, homeopathic medicines for this sinusitis. So our first medicine of choice is Kali Biochromaticum. This is the main distinguishing feature of this homeopathic medicine is that the discharge from the nose is thick, ropey, and stringy in character. Our second medicine is Pulsatilla. In Pulsatilla, there is chronic sinusitis with green discharges. Also, the patient of Pulsatilla is mild, gentle, and it is suited. Pulsatilla is suited to mild, gentle women. Next medicine is Cilicia. So, Cilicia is given when the cold aggravates the sinusitis. So, Cilicia patient is very much sensitive to cold. Next medicine is Heparsulf. The slightest exposure to cold in any form tends to bring on the symptom of sneezing and running nose. Next medicine is Hydrastis. The discharge may be thin and watery, as happens in acute sinusitis, or thick, yellowish, and tenacious when the sinusitis is chronic in nature. Our next disease, which we are going to discuss, is epistaxis. So, our main and most important medicine to conquer the epistaxis is arnica. So, when there is nosebleed and it occurs as a result of injury or after washing the face, and with the nosebleed preceded by burning sensation, arnica is an excellent remedy. Arnica is useful when there is copious bleeding after every overexertion and during whooping cough. Next medicine is arsenic alb. So arsenic alb is given if there is a nosebleed after a fit of anger with a passive hemorrhage accompanied by vomiting and nausea. Arsenic alb has been found to be very effective. The patient of arsenic alb is also fastidious, and arsenic alb has thirst of small quantity of water at small intervals. This symptom has to be found. The next medicine is belladonna. Belladonna is recommended for nosebleeds in little children which occurs during fever at night. Belladonna is also effective when the nosebleed is in bed or on waking in the morning. Next medicine is Carbovage. It is given to elderly people who sneeze a lot and leading to nosebleed. They can take Carbovage. They feel very fatigued and want cold air on them or want to be fanned. So next disease we are going to discuss is nasal polyps. The homeopathic medicines which are suitable for nasal polyps are Allium cepa. So Allium cepa has symptoms like feeling of lump at root of nose. There is acute catarrhal inflammation of mucous membrane with increased secretion. The coryza is profuse, watery, acrid nasal discharge with profuse bland lacrimation, and this is the red line symptom. We are going to repeat this. The profuse, watery, and acrid nasal discharge, whereas the lacrimation is profuse and bland. There is acrid, watery discharge dropping from the tip of nose. There is sneezing, especially when entering a warm room. Allium cepa can also be given whenever there is ethmoidal polyp. Next medicine is ammonium muriaticum. This medicine is specially adapted to those who are fat and sluggish. The body is large and fat, but legs are too thin. There is free, acrid, hot, watery discharge which is corroding the lip, sneezing, nose sore to touch, and there is ulcerative pain in nostrils, loss of smell, obstructed feeling in the nose, stuffy feeling in the nose, and constant and unavailing effort to blow it out is there. So this symptom has to be found so that we can prescribe ammonium muriaticum. Our next medicine is arum maculatum. This medicine is given whenever there is inflammation and ulceration of mucous membrane, violent irritation of nose and eyes, and pain in left side of the nose. Next medicine which we are going to study is cadmium sulf. So cadmium sulf, one thing I have to describe first is the cadmium sulf patient is very chilly patient. And now let's see the indications in nasal polyps. The polyps with tightness at the root of nose. Nose feels to be obstructed. There is tightness at root and tension in nose. Obstruction of nose by swelling. And as we have discussed earlier, cadmium is a chilly medicine and there is icy coldness even near a fire. So this patient is one of the coldest or chilliest patient of our materia medica. Next medicine that we prescribe is Calcarea carbonica. So Calcarea is suited to antipsoric and psychotic personalities. There is scrofulous diathesis in Calcarea car. There is dry nostril. The nostrils are sore, ulcerated. There is stoppage of nose. There is fetid yellow discharge from the nose and offensive odor from the nose. So these are important symptoms which will guide us to Calcarea carb. Calcarea carb can the patient is obese and all type of prolapse, all type of psychotic complaints, all type of overgrowths can be seen in this patient. Polypi, swelling at the root of nose, takes cold at every change of weather, and catarrhal symptoms with hunger. Coryza alternate with colic. These are the symptoms of Calcarea. Now another important medicine which can relieve the acute phase is lemna minor. So it is indicated whenever there is putrid smell, loss of smell, crust and mucopurulent discharges which are very abundant. There is post-nasal dropping. There is pain like string from nostrils to ear. reduce nasal obstruction when it is an edematous condition, foul smell from nose, and foul taste in the morning on waking are indications of this medicine. Patient is also worse in damp weather. Aggravation in damp, rainy weather, especially heavy rains, is an indication of lamina minor in nasal polyps. Now we are going to discuss about allergic rhinitis and its homeopathic management. So allergic rhinitis is characterized by continuous or paroxysms of sneezing, and this sneezing can be seasonal or perennial. Means the sneezing can be found in particular seasons, or it may be perennial, that means throughout the year. So homeopathic medicines have a beautiful scope in allergic rhinitis. Following medicines can be used as per their indications. These medicines are Natrum muraticum, Arsenic album, Sabadilla, Allium cepa, Aurelia racemosa, Vaithia, and Arundo. So these are some of the best medicines in homeopathy, and among these, our top priority of medicine is Natramur and Arsenical. In my own practice, I have cured near about 80% of cases with the help of these two medicines, that is Natrum muraticum and Arsenicum album. But we have to go for individualization of every case, and then we form the totality of symptom, and then only we can prescribe for that patient. So that's it for the today's presentation. Thank you very much.